morning, everybody. I'm Yvonne with Southern Designs and Finds, and welcome to my segment with Craft Around the Clock this morning. I'm going to wait a few seconds and see if Miss Tracy sees I'm live and she can share me into the Craft Around the Clock group. And in the meantime, I'm going to find myself here so I can see comments. I hope y'all are having a great day. So today I'm going to be, I see a couple people watching, so maybe the notifications are going out. And I did send out a telegram too. So I'm going to be repainting a Walmart bunny, the blue Walmart bunny that y'all seen probably or bought. They only had them in blue, but that's what I'm going to be doing today. Hey Lori, good to see you. Was it you that ordered one of the prints, the Amazing Grace prints? I think it was. If it was you, Mr. Wonderful mailed yours out today. I had to, luckily, yours fit into one of the boxes that I had bought for that print, but another lady ordered several things, and so what else she had ordered didn't fit in that box. So I had to order 50 new boxes just to do one order, but I'll use the boxes, so I've got to wait on that box. Good. Well, it went out today. I mean, it went to UPS today. He had a cardiology appointment and he dropped him off for me. So you should have gotten an email with the tracking and all that. So hopefully you'll get it in a few days. I hope so. Hey Ellen, and I hope you enjoy it and thank you for your order. I love mine. I had it in the office when Jennifer bought it for me, and then I just couldn't wait to put it up on my shelf. And I love it. I love the colors. They're so soothing. Hey Irma, good morning to you. Hi Cynthia. Hello. Hey Mary, good to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to y'all. I'm wearing green anyway. It's not a bright green, but it's green. We're going to be having dinner, a St. Patrick's dinner tomorrow evening with some of our friends. He's going to cook the corned beef and hash and prepare dinner for us. And so I said, well, we'll be probably wearing our dull drab green. Not unless I happen to go to Walmart and they've got a Walmart specials or something. I just hate to spend the money just for one day, but if they're cheap enough, I will. Hey Cheryl, good morning to you. Hope you're feeling good. Crafting downstairs with Nancy. Well, Nancy, welcome. It's good to see you this morning. Good morning, Janet. Fatima, good morning to you. And Griselda, good morning. Hi, Pam. Good to see you. So I know a lot of y'all are having blizzard conditions or have had blizzard conditions, or you're knee deep, if not higher, in snow. So I know y'all are going to be welcoming some warmer weather that I saw on the national weather map. It looked like just pretty much the whole United States was going to be in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and up by the weekend. So I hope that's the case. Hey, Diane, my coffee buddy, good to see you. Yeah, your daughter picked up the blue bunny for me yesterday. Yay! Well, good. I will tell you, hey, Sue. Hey, Susie and Sue. Y'all say hello to each other. Hi, Linda. I wish I could say hello to everybody. Hey, Rhonda, but I got to get going. Hey, Sonia. I'm going to get a sip of coffee here, and we'll get started. My clock over there is 2 minutes fast. So, anyway, it's such a hassle to change it. But anyway, hey, Janet. I'm going to repaint this, and I think it was Mary Lou Justice, I think, is who sent me a picture. She took, I don't know if it was Rust-Oleum. Anyways, it's the textured paint, spray paints that you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's. She used a textured, I think it was a stone look, and she spray painted hers, and they look fantastic. She did 2 of them, but I wanted a little bit different look. Yes, prayers for Tima, for everybody in the path of these, winter storms. I tell you, the wind, and yesterday for us, the wind picked up really, really high. You had 78 on Sunday and snow flurries yesterday. Yes, ma'am, we did too. And a high 31 and woke up with a dusting of snow. What was your wind chill? What was your wind chill? I'm going to try to read it. Just a wind chill of 13. That's probably, well, I think our wind chill was going to be 17. It got down to 20. And so Sizzle had to get her blanket put back on her. So, but it was cold. So anyway, let's get started. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to first do a coat of brown. Do I not have I don't guess I have one of my birds down here, do I? No, I don't. Fiddle. But anyway, no, I don't. I painted my birds, they're upstairs on display, and did the same technique. Now, one of the birds I did a, come on now, oh, this fiddle, this is new. I'll just open it this way and pour it. One of the birds I did with a brown bottom layer, and then the other one I did with a dark green. But I think I'm just going to do the brown here. So I'm just going to take burnt umber, brown paint, so what I have, and I don't know how much I'm going to have, but hopefully that's plenty, I would think. And I think I'm just going to dab it on. I was going to put baking soda in with this one, but I think it's really not necessary. I might just put a little bit just to make it, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Happy St. Patrick's Day. What's the bunny made out of? I don't know. It's kind of hard. I want to say probably paper mache underneath it. I can hear it. It's not foam. It's not styrofoam. But then it has a coating, you know, like a velvet coating to it. Flocking coating, or whatever you want to call it, a flock bunny. So we're going to see how it paints up, and we'll see how this goes. So, yeah, y'all say hello to everybody. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. You're getting to watch while Theo's napping. He keeps his grandson. Well, good to see you. I'm glad you get to watch today. So I'm just going to use wherever they went to. I was prepared, I thought. Okay, here it goes. I'm just going to use plain old cheap chip brushes. I don't know why they call these chip brushes. Do you, Gary? They're just natural bristled brushes that you can pick up for, it used to be $1, maybe more now at Home Depot, that painters use, you know, to dab paint on. So I'm just going to start this and just kind of see how this is going to go. So I'm just going to dab it on. I might be able to paint the bottom layer. Let's just do that. We'll paint it. That's going to go faster, I think. Just to paint the bottom layer on. And so far, it's doing good. This is a fairly smooth flocked bunny. Some of them I've seen have a little bit of a bumpy texture or something like that. But I just want to cover up the blue. And then we'll start working on the outer layer of the bunny. How about that? So let's see. You know, it could be plastic underneath it. It could. I mean, it's hard, but I don't know, and it doesn't say on the tag, I don't think, but I can check for you. But it's not styrofoam, I can tell you that. It's heavy, but it could be a heavy plastic underneath it. Very well could be. So I'm just going to continue to paint this brown. This would be cute if you painted it all brown and made it like a chocolate bunny. That would be cute to do. So, anyway, I'm just doing this and reading comments here. Good morning, Helga. Hey, Delma. Boy, I got Gary on and Delma on. My two guy friends. Good to see y'all today. What you think about this cold weather? Well, actually, Gary's getting the same stuff too. He's in the Carolinas, and Delma's here in Georgia. He's probably about, I don't know, Delma, what do you think you are? An hour and a half from me? 2 hours, I guess, at the most. So he usually gets it too. They're not as cold as we are, but not too far off, you know. Mother Nature is really having a sissy fit. You can say that again, Patty. Yeah. Been fighting with the heat miser. I tell you what. I mean, I know it's March, and even though, you know, the calendar is going to say the first day of spring, that doesn't mean we're not going to have more freezing weather, because we do. Old man winter just doesn't want to let up. That's for sure. So this is just taking a little while here to get it on. I'm trying, I guess if I did a thicker coat, that would help. Get it on my brush and do that. They are originally designed to brush metal or wood chips, shavings from surfaces. Thank you, Delma. I wondered why they call it a chip brush, to brush metal or wood chips. So, and so, you know, they got the strong natural bristle brushes, but they're cheap. You know, of course, the bristles will come off. You know, lovely. They always want to come off on your paint and that kind of thing. But they're good for things like this. When you're using like salt wash, actually, if you buy a salt wash kit, the chip brushes come with it, large chip brushes. But these work pretty good. So. And I'm not going to use salt wash today. Last time I did my birds, I did them both ways. I used baking soda and the other one I used salt wash. I do like the salt wash better, I'll say that. It just gives it a whole lot more texture. But Paint Couture, well, all paint products where they manufacture the Paint Couture. I'm an affiliate with All Paints Company, and they are out of the smaller kit. They were showing it sold out, so there wasn't any point in featuring that link for y'all because, you know, it's too expensive. I mean, you don't need that much salt wash. It's a large kit. So we're just gonna paint it with use baking soda and just see how it's gonna do. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So I'm just painting it brown. Burn umber is what I'm using. And y'all just talk to me and talk to each other while I do this boring stuff, right? You're gonna paint yours, you think, Laurie? Yeah. I mean, the blue's pretty if it works in your decor. You know, that's all they had. They didn't have white ones or anything like that. So I just had this in mind, and then they sold out. And I can't remember her name. I deleted her message by accident, but there was a gal that wanted me to pick up 3 of them for, and see, there's a bristle right there. Let me get that off. Lost one there. And when I went back over there, they had one. They had one left, but it was damaged. And so, but they restocked. So, but if she's watching, I can check and see if they have any left. It's getting kind of close to Easter, so I don't know. Well, I'll have to use some more. Get some more of this. I don't have to be really thorough because I can cover up some of the blue that's showing through with the white paint that I'm using, or the off-white paint on the top there. Hey Carolyn, how are you? You like isn't the chocolate look kind of cool? And this actually, the burn umber makes it look like chocolate. Of course, you can buy the spray paint. I have a Rust-Oleum spray paint that I found that looks just like chocolate bunnies. I painted those years ago, and they looked really good. Dollar General was carrying these ceramic bunnies, and I had to drive around everywhere trying to find enough of them because I used them at my place settings for Easter one year, and just painted them, went outside and spray painted them chocolate. It did great. Let's just cross your fingers. I'm going to have enough paint. I mean, I can always go over there and get me another different color of brown paint, that's for sure. But it's taking a whole lot more than I thought. A whole lot more. So, it's really absorbing it in. It does look like a chocolate bunny, doesn't it? Makes you want to eat some chocolate, doesn't it? Okay, squeeze that out. Put the lid back on it. All right, let's continue on here. Get this bunny all painted up. And I hope I'm not going to lose some of the features on the nose. So when it comes time for me to do that outer layer, that off-white layer, I may pat it on very lightly with a little brush or something, because I don't want to lose when you're texturizing, sometimes you can, you know, lose some of the detail. See the little indentions there on the bunny. So, and actually even the fingers, you know, too. The paws. Fingers, well, that's what they look like. So, but anyway, that's what I planned on doing. Now you want chocolate, I know. Get some for me too. Eat some for me. I don't even think I have it. Well, I do. My son-in-law keeps me supplied with chunky bars. He knows that's my favorite candy. And so, like, if they go to Cracker Barrel or something, you know, they sell the large ones. And so he'll bring me a couple of them when he's down. And when we saw him, when we took Megan and her friend to meet him last weekend while they spent spring break in Sumter with her mom, he brought them out to the car when we were leaving. He goes, "Here you go." I think he bought them while we were in Cracker Barrel because we met them in Easley, South Carolina, and ate at the Cracker Barrel together. So, and then he took the girls on home with him. And so anyway, he supplies me. So, you know, I break them in two. I make them last. I don't eat the whole chocolate bar. Sometimes I might, but very rarely. Sometimes when I'm just craving a little bit of chocolate, I'll get it. So, okay, like I said, I'm not doing full coverage. There's a little bit of blue, you know. I just want to make sure I get the bunny covered in brown here. You like chunky bars too, Cindy? Oh, I love them. I've always loved them. But I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate, but I like the Hershey's, what is it, the milk chocolate and almond. I like that one. The little bars, you know, that you get around Halloween and stuff like that. I like to eat those. So let's get this painted up here. It's taking forever. But I wanted to show you the bunny, you know, before I did anything else. And I did take a picture of it. I did remember to take a picture of it, so we'll be able to, when I make my post of the bunny all finished, I can have a before and after. So I was thinking a little bit this morning, which is, these days is a feat for me. Ooh. So, anyway, so this is, if you just hopped on, this is the Walmart bunny. That I call it the thinking bunny. I don't know really what it is. It just got his little paws like that. It'd be cute if he had a little pair of glasses, you know. I'm sure some of the craft stores have them, or factory direct crafts. I don't know if Hobby Lobby does. Hobby Lobby, I bet, has them back there in the craft section somewhere. But it'd be cute to put little glasses on them. Could be a boy bunny. Hey, Laurie. Yes, the chunky bars are the ones that have the raisins. Yep. Yeah, and I just love that combination. I mean, it's like whenever we used to go to the movies, I would get the Raisinets because I just like chocolate and raisins together, you know. So it's healthy, right? It's healthy. That's what I tell myself anyway. So, hey, Angela, welcome. Hey, Dawn. Are you gonna dark brown? Are you painting dark brown to paint white? Yes, I want some of the brown to show through. You know, that chippy textured look that some of the bunnies have that you can buy. I don't even think I have one of those out here. I think most of my bunnies are upstairs. These are like dark waxed, you know, but I have this one. You can kind of see what this one looks like. You know, it's got a little bit of the brown showing through. And I don't remember where I got that. I think I might have gotten that one at TJ Maxx one year. So, like I said, wherever I am, like I got those two green bunnies at a store. I was shopping for my friend for her house. Looking for some things for her shelves. We're still working on her shelves. We just about got them finished. It just takes time to find the right things and some stuff that'll fit. Her shelves are not adjustable, and but they're really long. So anyway, I found those green bunnies and loved them. And so I went back and got them. I was buying stuff for Debbie. We were getting stuff for her, and she just laughed when I came up with it. I said I had to do it. They're different. All right. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I'm painting the rest of the face. And then we'll give it a good dry. But, you know, it's hard underneath there, so I think that's why I can get away with painting it with a brush. It's either paper mache or it's plastic. It's very hard. So, anyway, I'm looking to see if I see any comments. I know, isn't it good to see Delma on alive? Yeah. He is talented. Boy. He's got a booth, don't you, Delmer? Don't you still have a booth somewhere that you sell your items? I think you do. So let me get under here, the little nooks and crannies, and I'm just gonna. So thank the Lord, I had enough. Now I am gonna go over and try to cover up more of the blue, and I'm just using burnt umber, just any brown paint will work. This is acrylic. I didn't have any, brown chalk paint, but I bought this brown umber specifically for this project because my burnt umber, because I was out of my burnt umber or didn't have enough. Java would work. Like I said, one of the birds that I redid that was from Walmart, those shiny ceramic birds that they have over in their little home decor section. I did the same technique with those, and one of them I used I think it was weeping willow or basil, just a dark green as a base color on one of them, and it's pretty. And then the other one I used brown. So, and I came close to using the green on this, I did, but I didn't. So, all right, I got a whole thing of blue right there that's showing through. So, but this flock, it's a really smooth flocking. It's kind of hard to describe it, but it is smooth. Some of them aren't this smooth, so. Okay, I think we're close to being done with the brown, I hope. And beautiful downhill historic green. Your place is in Greensboro. I haven't been there in years. Gosh, if I go, I need to check out your booth. What's the name of the place? And check it out. And I am losing some bristles on here, but they're going to be covered up anyway. So, but yeah, he is very talented. I love, if you see any of Delma's work, like if you're a member of my Create with Southern Designs and Finds free group, he posted there. He posts in a lot of groups. And you'll see, I love his faces that he paints. He's so talented painting these precious little faces on things, and very talented. And the faces are just so animated. They're I'm not an artist. I'm a painter like that. So he's very talented. So I'm not saying I couldn't learn how to do it. I used to years ago in the 80s. I think I took a toe painting class. And so I'm gonna dry this, and then we'll I may paint the bottom because the bottom is still blue, but anyway, I may even just paint it white so that it'll just be smooth on the bottom, in other words. So I think, does it look like I've got it all? Nope. Got to get the very bottom of some of these here. How we doing on time? We're doing good, I think. Okay, I think that's good enough. I mean, it's areas are going to get covered up where I don't, I'm going to have some of the brown showing through, but I can cover up some of that blue wherever it is. So let's get this dried up here now, and then we'll put the, I'm going to use plaster, Waverly plaster on it, just apple barrel burnt umber. Yeah, this is, apple barrel, matte, burnt umber. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's backwards, of course. Every time I touch it, I get brown paint on me here. Let me dab some more on the eyes here. Hey, Susan. Tip of the ears. Okay. Well, like I said, some of it I'm going to be able to cover up with the white paint anyway, so thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to dry. Hopefully I can get it dried enough. Well, it does look like chocolate. There's a bristle. That's the lovely thing about chip brushes, is the bristles do come out. into your projects. These natural bristle brushes, but they're cheap and they're good to dab and use, and so it does look like a delicious chocolate bunny, doesn't it, Diane? Yeah. Hey, Shannon. Good morning to you. Greensboro Antique Mall. Thank you, Delma. I may just have to get Mr. Wonderful to drive me down there. I don't know how far it is from here. We'll have to look. Just for a little day trip, you know, just to do something different. We're so tied down these days to the farm. He's got to clean out the inside of the barn. He's got to clean the inside of the barn. And when we moved here, and he moved everything out of the storage units, well, it's all his tools, and he was going to make he used a stall for his like workspace, saws and different things. Anyway, it's a mess, but we need one of the stalls back, and it just needs to be cleaned up. So that, and then, you know, we've got to finish fencing on the farm, and the guy's coming out. I called him today, and he said hopefully next week he'll make it out, if not the week after, to put the wood fencing, the nice decorative wood fencing on the perimeter of some of the pasture that you can see. And then where it's wooded, we're just going to put the electric fencing back up. But we took the fencing down, you know, when we built our house. And so they need more pasture area. It's always something, but we've just always got projects. And of course, now we're in the middle of renovating the house, the rental house next door, to sell. But they're doing most of that. But we are going to do a little bit of stuff. They, you know, Tim pulled out some old tall bushes, you know, that are, if you tried to cut them down, they're so big, they would have just had big holes in the middle of them. So we've got to work on the outside. They put in new timbers. They had railroad ties that were rotting, and we pulled those out with a tractor. He did, and used those. Oh, it is not dry, guys. Whew, it's taking a while. So I may just have to go ahead and, in a minute, and start dabbing this stuff on, because it is still wet. Hey, Lynn. I know, weren't the storms crazy? Some of y'all got some bad ones last night, too. I know some did the night before. Back to winter, yeah. Yeah, spring is playing hide and seek. Now, it looks like by this weekend, starting Thursday for us, tomorrow will be in the 50s. But starting Thursday, it'll start warming up here, and we'll be in the 70s and close to 80s. Sunday, Monday, you know, we'll be back to that. But we'll have more. That is one big chocolate bunny. It is, isn't it? It is. It's not going to look like that for long, though. See, some of it's good and dry. It's just so much of it. Just so much of it, but some of it is real wet. So I'm just kind of touching it to see where I need to dry. Yvonne, where's your turntable? Where's your turntable, girl? Alright, let's get this dry. I can see a shiny spot there, so I know it's not dry. Grab me some coffee while I'm drying here. Hey, Tina. I just thought I like the look. Hey, Pat from Unique. How you doing, my friend? I hear you can see grass. So your snow is gone, or is it going to snow again? I hope not. I hope you're going to see grass for a while. So, now, see, I'm not much of a gardener. You know, vegetable gardener, but I didn't know you were pulling up your carrots out of the ground, and y'all have had so much snow up there in Canada. I didn't think carrots grew in that kind of conditions. I mean, it tells you what I know about carrots, that you pulled those things out of the ground and they look great. This stuff is still wet, and I got 15 minutes to get the other on there. See, I'm getting it all over my hands. I didn't know you could grow carrots in the freezing cold and snow underneath. But interesting. real wet on the ears there. I mean, I can dab over it. I'm just afraid I'm going to smear the brown. But we'll start doing that. Hey, Darlia, that's Darshade Designs. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Your Friday, Diane says they're doing a family day at the zoo in the city, but with a temperature of 106, you're going to pass. I remember you saying that, Arizona. Now, is that unusual for this time of year? Because I know it was chilly there. Is that like an unusual heat spell for y'all? Still real wet. I cannot imagine this time of year having 106 temps. I would be passing too. That's July. That's July and August temperatures for Georgia. You had high winds and rain last night. Temps dropped to 25 and turned to snow. But oh, okay, but just a dusting. Good. Good. Alrighty. Oh, so it's a natural root cellar, Dawn saying, for the carrots. Okay. I just always think of vegetables, growing in warm weather, warm soil, and that kind of thing. So I'm a flower gardener, not much on vegetables. Okay, little guy, little gal. Mine's going to be a girl. I'm going to just leave it be. Just let it dry on its own a little bit more. And now I'm going to take my Waverly plaster and just pour some of that in here. And I'm going to mix it with, and I don't think you really have to, but I'm going to give it a little bit of texture with the baking soda. And try that. Just to kind of give it a stone cement look or whatever, you want to call it. But I'm just using Waverly chalk paint, color plaster. And just kind of mix this to what I want, There's no, I haven't measured. I just kind of eyeball it and do it. So it does look like real chocolate, doesn't it? It's amazing. And I know I've still got blue on there, but you'll see. We're going to cover it up. So you can just put as much or as little as you want on here to give it some good texture. Make it a little stiff. But I did see somebody, I can't remember who it was. She did one, and she just used paint on top of paint, and then I think she, I think she used dark wax on hers. So I think she painted it, and then just put dark wax over it. So, let's see. I feel like I need a little bit more baking soda on here. Hey, Jackie, you leave your summer carrots in the ground, and they weather perfectly. And they weather perfectly until the ground thaws. I did not know that, Pat. Well, you learn something every day. Every day. So, I was fascinated with Lisa. What is her page? Choose Joy, the one that's a rancher's daughter. She was, she showed a picture of a video of them burning cactus in South Texas. They're in a severe drought, and they were doing that for the cattle. I mean, I didn't see any grass at all. I don't know how they feed the cattle. I mean, I don't know how the cattle graze because there wasn't any grass. But they happen to keep their cattle alive. So, but they were taking a device that was attached to their, and I'm just going to dab. That's what I'm doing. And I want some of the brown to show through. So, this is what we're doing here. So, just dabbing this paint on. And almost could have it a little bit thicker. But this will work. Whoops. But anyway, they burned the thorns off the cactus. And the cattle, she said it was like a decadent treat to them, that they absolutely love it. So there you go. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just taking and dabbing it on there. And I want it thick, but I want a little bit of the brown to peek through. So you can kind of see it's almost like a cement look to it. So you'll get an idea. If I don't finish, you'll get an idea of what I'm doing. I don't want to smear it because if I do that, I'm just painting over it. So you want to dab it. So let's get this ear finished here. And I might go back and paint some of the inside of the ear, maybe pink a little bit. I don't know yet. Hey, Darlene. But anyway, I thought that was really cool. I mean, I learned something, and I sent the video to my granddaughter, Sarah. You know, she majored in agriculture, and she, you know, showed a cow and all that. She really, her goal was to always, her dream was to raise cattle. But people I talked to said that sure does tie you down, and I can say it can because having the horse and the donkeys ties us down. If we want to go anywhere, we got to find somebody to come feed. So, anyway, so I'm going to just do this ear now. And I'm just randomly dabbing it on. I just want, you know, wherever I want some of the brown to show. So I could do it thicker. Isn't it looking good, Pam? I think it looks good. So, but you can kind of see sometimes where I'm kind of smearing it a little bit. So I really got to be careful and really dab. Dab, 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 dab. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. So I sent the video to her and she said, oh yeah, she said, you do what you have to do in desperate times, you know. But she said that and then she sent me a video of them using a blowtorch type device. And it looked, you know, they were doing the same thing. They were burning the thorns off the cactus, and then the cows just came running. You know, they were like, oh, they knew. It was like they knew what that machine was. It was on that tractor, her dad's tractor, and they were waiting. You know, they went running. It was funny watching that, but so Sarah knew about it, but I had not. So I learned something that day. I said, well, I learned something new, which you're never too old to learn something new, right? So I'm just continuing on here. At least maybe I can get some of the ears done, and then I'm going to have to finish this. I may stay on a little while longer and give you more of an idea of what it's going to look like, but I'm not going to finish it, unfortunately. But I wanted you to see how I was going to, how I was going to turn it into, you know, what I'm turning it into. I wanted you to see me paint the brown on there, that process. Maybe I could have had most of the brown on there. I'm rethinking what I'm doing here, but it won't be the end of the world, you know. We'll get it done. It's almost smearing, so I got to do it a little bit thicker right there. And but I'm liking the look of this. I really am. So there's really, let me do I really think I could use some more baking soda. Well, this is where I didn't want to lose the definition in the eyes, but I may. And I'm not going to paint them the color either. I'm going to show y'all what it's looking like. But just take you a chip brush and dab it. Don't make smooth paint lines. I mean, not unless you just want that look. I want a textured stone look to mine. So, well, that did pretty good. That did pretty good. All right, let me get this eye. Oh, fiddle. Now I've got more of the eye showing on that side than I do on this side. I can wipe some of this off or not. Oh, goodness. Yes, it was baking soda, right? Yeah, and I really think I can use some more of it, to be honest. I really think I like the lighter look. I mean, the more texture to it. I'm sorry. but we're gonna make do with it. And that dabbing is just adding texture too. It's just adding it as well. So you get the dabbing lines of the brush, you know, when you're dabbing it on. So let me show you what this is looking like so far. So see, that's why I wasn't being as careful with it, with getting all the blue covered, because see how that's looking? I think that's looking really good. So I'm going to add a little bit more baking soda to this, I think, and stir it some more with my spoon. But you'll get an idea of what it's looking like. And, you know, I like it to where it almost has like stiff peaks, you know, but it's not quite there yet, but it's a little bit thicker than icing. But that's just according to what y'all want to do anyway, so. And if there's a couple of places that, you know, where I'm putting it on that it's real thick, just like smooth paint, and I'm just going back over it with the brush, and that's taking care of the texture on it. So anyway, this is it. This is what we're doing. We're just going back over it with but boy, what a transformation this is looking like. Y'all liking it? I mean, just the chocolate bunny was that. You liking the look, Helga? Very easy to do. I wanted to use materials that you have on hand. So if you can find you a velvet or flocked bunny of any kind, this was Walmart's, but belonged to Walmart. I mean, I got it at Walmart, not Walmart's, but anyway, you know, other places sell the bunnies that are flocked. So I didn't necessarily want a blue one, but now some people have painted and zhuzhed up their little blue ones, and they're really cute. I didn't want blue. I love this look. Most of my bunnies I have a stone, you know, cement look to them, and that's what I like. See, wherever I'm going, where I'm smearing it a little bit when I'm first putting it on or dabbing it, I'm just going back over it straight up and down motions and getting that taken care of. So we'll put a little bit more over here on that part of the ear. So this is something that you can build and layer. I can go back after a lot of this is dried and add more to it. Definitely can do that, and just layer upon layer, you know. And the chip brush seems to be doing a good job as far as getting in between these little areas here. So, but I'll probably get most of this done. I'll probably stay on a few minutes. Miss Tracy does allow us to do that. I hate to do it, but I want to get some of this. I want y'all to see some of it. But feel free when the time is up, my time is up, to go and watch the next crafter. I don't mind a bit. And then, of course, you know, I'll post a picture of the finished bunny. I'm going to add some little flowers to the ear. I want to make it a girl bunny for me. I like little girl bunnies. I just like, well, I like the studious look of the boy bunnies. I do, you know. But I didn't have any glasses and that kind of thing. But not that girls can't look studious either, right? But girl bunnies. Well, I'm moving it. I got to get it moved back over here. I'm getting out of the camera range. It's coming to life, right? It is, isn't it? So I'm working on the front. So bear with me here while I get the front done. And then you'll get a good idea of what this is going to look like. And then I can work on the back. So, now see, I've here I gotta let a little bit more of that brown show. I almost got it too solid there. So, so I may have to take me a small brush and get into some of those little areas. It looks like there. Let's see. Let me finish dabbing this one, and then I'll show y'all what she's looking like so far. But I'm going to put some little pink flowers on her ears and, you know, just on one of the ears. I think that'll be cute. So let me show you what I have so far. And so I'm going to touch it on the back here. Y'all can see it. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna get my what do you call it? I'm gonna get it out. Oh, I'm making a mess here. I need to have my turntable. So let me get my turntable and put the bunny on the turntable and finish her up here. There you go. Can you see her in it? Y'all like it so far? So, you know, you can have as little or as much of the brown showing as you want. I need to get a smaller brush here, and I'm going to get into these areas back up in here that I couldn't get to. But I don't want to cover it all up, so I want some of the brown showing, that's for sure. This is just a little stencil brush, and it'll work. It's just a natural bristle brush too. So, the color, the plaster. This is Waverly plaster on the top coat. I used apple barrel burnt umber on the underneath side, and see, I'm going to go back over some of the ears and get it more textured too. But when you're tapping that brush, that's what's going to give you the texture. As long as you see, there's areas here that I feel like I needed to put more baking soda because it's not as textured. But that's what it's looking like, and I'm liking it. Where is that cheek? Okay, there it is. I knew I had the cheek. I'm still going to add more baking soda, I think, to it. Let me do that real quick too. But anyway, it's not taking as much of the plaster as it did the brown. And you could spray paint brown or whatever color you want, green. And like I said, one of my friends, one of my viewers, Mary Lou, she took the stone textured paint, spray paint, and painted hers, and it looks fantastic. But I do like this look of it just having the brown showing through. To me, this is looks like a lot like the bunnies that I bought. But that stone look she did was so pretty. It was. It was just a stone texture. I've seen it. I've used it. I actually used one of the textured paints on my light over my island. It had a goldish, it had more gold on it, on the chain, and then the plate that goes on the wall, and it had more gold on it. So I used a texturized black spray paint on that. So that's an option that you can do too. Just got on, I'll have to watch replay. Okay, yeah, I'm going to post a picture of the before and after too. I remembered to take a picture of the bunny. This is the blue Walmart bunny, flocked bunny, but any flocked bunny will do. It's just that this one was the Walmart one that was, you know, it wasn't, I can't remember, was it $14? Something like that. But I know I've seen the flock bunnies in Home Goods and TJ Maxx. Heck, I mean, Michael's may have them. Have y'all seen them? So let me get into this little area here. So I know my time is up, so feel free to leave and go and watch the next crafter that's up, because she does let us take the extra hour if we need it, but now I'm not going to take the full hour, full 15 minutes extra, because I can dry this off camera, but I wanted you to get the effect of what this bunny is looking like using this technique. So I want you to be able to see it, and so that's why I stayed on, just to finish it up for the most part. So, so y'all feel free to leave. It's not gonna hurt my feelings at all. And I need to paint the bottom of the bunny too. But like I said, some areas I need more texture than others. You know, And if you just dab it on and let it form some peaks, that helps. And just the natural bristle brushes will give you a technique too, going back over it like this. This going back over it like that helps to do that too. So baking soda works. I feel like I still need to add more. I can just tell by the way the paint is looking that I need to add more, because you want it pretty stiff when you're doing this, and it's flattening out and running a little bit, but that looks good too. So that's what I have so far, and it was a blue velvet, blue flock bunny. I call it velvet because that's what it felt like, but it's just a blue bunny. And I took the bottom layer was just some acrylic paint. It was the Apple Barrel Burnt Umber paint that I used, and so I'm just gonna finish it. But you can see it. Y'all can see. You know, there's areas that I need to go back over where I don't want so much of the brown in areas, and it just looks chippy and it looks like stone. Don't know if you can see that or not, but it does. It looks like stone, and a lot of the detail is still showing up on the eyes and on the paws there. I didn't want to get too technical with it and try to paint each line, you know, like that. But main thing I wanted was that you could see the nose, and you can see the nose, how it goes down like that. So that's what I was hoping I could still keep that looking like it does. But see, there's some areas that are just kind of runny a little bit, and some of the areas that are running look fine. But just add more baking soda to your paint and get it as stiff as you want. Isn't it awesome looking, Patty? You just got one. I'll have to catch the replay. Yeah, so it's easy. Just dab. Don't go smearing it for your outer layer. Just take it and just take your chip brush and just go up and down and just make you some little peaks. And that's really all you got to do. It's just simple to do, and it looks very high end to me. It looks like something you would find in Pottery Barn or, you know, somewhere like that. And it's just that little blue flocked bunny from Walmart. So I will continue to paint this for y'all and dry it and put the little flowers on the little ear. I'm going to just put some flowers, you know, up here on the ear, and then I'll be done. So I appreciate each and every one of you watching today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll do something. Go out and try to find you either the one at Walmart or one similar to it, just a flock bunny, and try it. And I think you'll be really happy with the results, okay? Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all again Thursday. I think my time is 5:30. I snagged another spot on Craft Around the Clock for Thursday at 5:30 Eastern. You like it, Gary? I like it. I think it looks pretty good, too. Thank you, Karen. He's not blue anymore, right? Is he, Diane? Nope. So are you going to try this with yours, or are you going to do something different with yours that your daughter got you? But this is just the plaster off-white, you know, Waverly off-white chalk paint I used. Nothing special, but just the technique. And like I said, the technique is just really after you get your first coat on of the brown or whatever color underneath, you just dab it. You just dab it. Don't go painting it. Just dab. And that'll take care of your texture and all that. So anyway, that's my project for today, and I'm glad I did it. Hope you enjoyed it, and y'all have a fantastic rest of your week. I gotta get over here and see if I can't do that. Bye-bye.